Good evening and welcome to the Soviet Republic of N.E.W. There is time has passed again. Let's look instead and try and explain. See, time goes pretty damn fast, but pay attention to this number. The total population. It was 43,000. Now it is 34,000. So something not so great has happened. But then in summertime it increases slightly, and I think that's because the people here and the people in Aluminium Town or they grow up and find a flat down in Third Town. They think, oh, here's a flat in Third Town. I heard it's great. I heard you get your own car and everything. The thing is, something has gone wrong, obviously, with Third Town since people keep dying. Who moved there. That was 2017 to 2022. If we do 2022 to 2026, something that had burnt down was the kindergarten was one thing, but many things had burnt down, such as the road cargo station for the warehouse where the food is. Yes, that's pretty damn important. If that burns down, what happened was the trucks ended up blocking the shopping center, so no one could get in. They couldn't get clothing. But I fixed that, and this is the fix that we just saw go by. And I forgot to make the point. Yes, see here, summertime population goes up quite significantly, and then winter comes, and they all. I don't know if they died or if they left, but yes, in summer it all goes as when the snow falls, and that's because there's no. There wasn't any bitumen down here. No, it's a slight mistake in how the train was set up. Apparently, I know I increased the capacity of the train, and after that there appears to be a problem. And this is the last bit here, really. Just up until now. As it is. And the reason it burned down these places, the road cargo station and so on, it was because of traffic. The fire engines couldn't get to it. It must have been. That's the only thing I can explain it with. And it's unfortunate that they ran out of bitumen. But anyway, yes. So to prevent that in the future, I have replaced the fire station with an automated fire station here. They won't work here, but we have 3 helicopters doing the thing. Cheers. And now, as you see up here, it is very stable. The population now, 45,000. It's fixed. The traffic, though, if we notice here up on the motorway bridge or whatever it's supposed to be, it's not so great. Oh, it is rather terrible. But this is only with, I think we're about at 700 people with who have a car about now. Previously, when it all went to hell, it was 1,500 or something thereabouts. So that's obviously not a good idea to have. Yes, I think if we turn on, or rather turn this off. Yeah, if we turn this off, then it ought to. There it is. Just like that. Just like that. If you look here, it looks reasonable. This is just a light, moderate traffic. What about over here? It's not so good, but this is still okay. They can muddle through this. This is not too bad. After all, it's moving. But when it was completely clogged before, and many things burned down. This had burned down too. That's no good. Have you built any aeroplanes? Yeah, you have. You're full. This we make a bunch of this and a bunch of them too. Go away. We already have plenty of much faster aeroplanes than this. Much faster, quite a bit faster, such as this one. We have a TU-144 taxiing out whilst 4 787s are getting ready to head off for their customers. Now you're actually using the left runway. That's the first time I've seen it used. No, you're actually using the left runway. Fantastic. For some reason they always queue up here for the right one. But that one is actually using the left one. Fantastic. Yes, we should have a look at this. The population. This will not be a pretty sight all time. It doesn't really come out that well. So if you do custom, well, last year. Oh, there are many clicks if you want. There are probably fewer clicks if you do it this way. Maybe. About 2017, thereabouts. Come on. Just need to click it a few more times. Yes, hereabouts. That's not so good. There it all went to hell. Or well, it all went to hell. There is where the road cargo station burnt down. I assume that's my analysis of it here. And what did people escape, or did they die? They actually died quite a bit. Some escaped, but most died. Maybe. I don't know. No, but escapes. But the death thing is undeniable. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm very sorry about this. It was the algorithms and your driving all over the place that ruined it. Yep. You see, if you have the debugging function of experimental traffic pathfinding on, that town does not burn to the ground. But without it, it does at that sort of vehicle ownership or usership. What's ours? About 44,780, 79% health, 100% happiness. And the government loyalty is apparently up to 81%. And it is 88% clothing quality, 93%. 1% religious sympathy have we gathered up to from the one church. Culture, alcohol addiction, 2%. 2%? Domestic consumption at Citizens facility last year, 193 tons of alcohol. Oh, it doesn't sound like a whole lot. No. Oh, but these are more clicks, you see, because this is a week at a time or something thereabouts. Oh, it's 5 days. Yeah. The plane is going to the west, getting tourists. As the sun is setting on our literally $22 billion in the bank and 21 billion rubles. Still haven't gotten the question about resetting the economy or taking three noughts away here, taking away this decimal. Yeah, basically. Oh, but it's only 2027. We're basically current here. Yes, and it all went to hell here in the 2020s. Who would have thought it? It had been going great almost for all time. This is what kept them alive for so long during the summer. If we wouldn't have had this, people would probably have been left earlier, as there wouldn't be any food available. This isn't strictly required anymore, since it's actually possible to navigate among the streets here. Yeah, no free parking lots. Yeah, your occupancy of car parks 25%. That seems to keep it to sort of almost manageable. I could even have fire engines on the road, but no, we're keeping to the helicopters for now. Down here, since it went so badly previously. With the things. So it's 2027. There is nothing really to do here. And things are as pretty much as regular, I would presume. The aluminium plant is operating at 100% capacity. So that's great. Both of these are also operating at 100% at the moment. An enormous train is heading for First Town to get food and meeting something other on here, chemicals. Yeah. I think that the so-called experimental traffic pathfinding, that should be implemented, because that also goes for trains, I think, and they all choose the stupidest goddamn route there is. It's the shortest, maybe by track distance, but there is a long goddamn piece of single track in the way here, which means that you have to wait around, whilst we have plenty of double track all over the place. Here, for example, I think it is just to take an example, it is single track here. Okay. But only, no, it's not. Only for such a short distance that it's not really a point. I haven't built this properly, because it's been built out in many different phases, you see. What do? You're coming with oil to the storage place. Which is actually almost not full, but almost full. 92.69% full. Which isn't too bad. But no, all in all here, and I'm also sending this just as we have too much oil and I don't want any trains clogging up the system. I think I'm selling, if there is anything left over, I think I'll sell that. Yes, raw petroleum, 12,000 tons. We couldn't refine. Bauxite and 3 tons of nuclear waste. Fantastic. Aluminium steel, it goes on, and especially this vehicles. Yeah, we have one train going for east and one for west. 368 million and 254 million. Not bad. Nope. Are you coming anytime soon? Well, we're going up here to the roundabout and then going up here to this roundabout and then we're going in here. Not we, but this train is doing that. If the wind, now the wind is at absolutely nothing. Hey. Come on, please pick up before the trains come to a complete stop. Yes. They haven't stopped completely here. Not this one. Anyway, I don't know. It picked up again. As if we get the complete, no wind scenario. Absolutely no wind, so all trains come to a stop. And we need a storm for them to get going again. Basically, or time. Time also does the trick. A hurricane or time. Or both. But if the hurricane arrives, then it doesn't take so much time. And they get going pretty quickly. Here's another one. They're going here, load 100% of anything. There is bauxite only. Okay, you're getting raw bauxite coming through here. Who do you think? I seem to remember planting trees here, but have you already 345 tons in the forest? Okay. This is a bit annoying that my Soviet or Marxist-Leninist utopia here is almost self taking care of itself, almost. Except I have to replant the trees every so often around here. Otherwise, the aluminium production would stop, and chemical production would stop, and therefore clothing production would stop, and therefore people would leave. So, trees. There we go. You think that about does it? I think so. I think that about does it here. And then it's only up here too. Now we need to do the same thing. This was maybe not the greatest place to put the wood cutting post. Yeah, I didn't know that we had oil here. When that happened. It's apparently not possible to plant trees here on the slope. Can we do something about this? If we smooth out the terrain, we try and I don't know what it's called. What is the English word for driving a tractor around, plowing? Not quite plowing, but it's something else that they do to the ground here. But this seems to be a mountainside. Try the terrain randomizer tool. It's not going to help. It's not going to do much neither. Do you think the trees will easier if we grow here on this little shelf? I doubt it. Restore soil. Okay. That's great. Trees, pine. Now it's possible to plant trees here. At least on that bit. Okay, well then it's actually... I wouldn't say it's worthwhile. Maybe. There's something. What are you doing here to the landscape now? Now I'm enlarging the forest area. Slightly. Watching contour lines move about the place. Trees. Plant a tree here. I think this is about does it. Around the church, plenty of trees too. Around here, the cooling tower. All over the place. Yeah, that will have to do. They're pumping away here whilst the old Scania is waiting around, getting loaded. That's nice. Okay, so what do you say? We give it another 20 years then? I don't know if it's going to work out. So we're taking care of what it was last time. Last time it was a traffic which led to important thing burning down. Now we have helicopter fire protection and also less traffic. That shouldn't happen again. No, but I'm pretty sure it can throw us for more things. For example, how is the meat industry doing? The balance of the meat. It is either perfect or in slightly short supply. I'm not entirely sure of which it is, but it seems to be pretty damn spot on here. We have just a little bit, 19 tons in store here, and more at Aluminium Town and Third Town. And we don't want this to rack up, because then the wattage here goes up a whole lot. I will probably get a brownout or something in town. So that's why we don't want too much meat. And also, if you keep meat in the freezer for too long, it starts to taste like freezer. You don't want that. Preferably, we here the people of First Town here who make the meat, they should have the fresh, unfrozen meat. I think it probably works out that way. Definitely makes all the difference here. This is because of the wind. It's not blowing enough. Never mind that. If you look at the thing, this is pretty dense, this town. But somewhere around here there is a pollution monitoring station. Somewhere around here. There's a medium voltage switch, 2 kindergartens here next to each other, yes. That's good. Good thing to have. Yeah. Where is this pollution? There it is. View the actual pollution. It is not that bad, actually. It is here a bit. 60 years average lifespan is not that great. 64. Other than that, though, it's pretty much okay out here, where the orphanage is, and so it's also bad for some reason. Is that that would be the heating plants that is polluting the orphanage somewhat. And that's not the orphanage, that's the technical university. That's okay to be polluted, but these people, 56 years average lifespan there of 64% of I don't know what to tell you. It was worse in Third Town a couple of years back, if that's any consolation. Childs without appropriate upbringing. 30 children without appropriate upbringing we have here. What happens to these people? I don't think anything happens to them as of right now. You have 100% government loyalty here. 8-year-old. No, we don't brainwash the children in the slightest here. No. They get to learn about independent thinking. Oh yes, and questioning authority and such things. Questioning what authority does and says is what we teach them to do. Very much. Barely any brainwashing going on. Enthusiasm for sport. Okay, this you have 37% Soviet propaganda here in the upbringing, but the resulting upbringing level, right, is minus 2.4%. Okay, well, I suppose you're trusting the government, maybe, but yeah, yours is not great here. 32, 35. This is terrible. What the hell is going on here? I know all the people working here are role models. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you going to university? Can't you go to university? Maybe they can't. Oh, yes you can. 307 meters to university you have. Come on, get you together. Not you, Gulobov. Here you're fine, you're 9. But Rustem here, he's 19. It does not inspire to be go and get a degree. No. They realize that he will end up in the coal mine or steel mill or something else. Maybe that's where his father died, or mother, or whatever he had. One only has one of them in this world. It's the 19th of June, and we're burning. We were burning quite a bit of coal here, and we really need it. It's 27 degrees outside, I don't think so. Now it will soon start telling me here that production has stopped in the heating plants. Here on the 20th of June. Oh, really now? That's too bad. Yes. We go down here. Because this is also not so great. We have 2 hotels here for tourists. In summertime this is all fine. But in wintertime this is not all fine. In wintertime they sort of die, I think, or something. The tourists. What happens? Economy and trade tourism last year. 88 died. Yes, and it is during the winter that they die in excess. We will always have a few tourists that die, but it's a bit bad. The trip score 1.5. It is brought down quite a bit in the winter time there, at least for the Soviet tourists, not so much for the Westerners. Okay. Don't think we segregate here. I think that they're free to choose a hotel, but it might have ended up like this, that the Soviets go to the one on the left and the Westerners go to the one on the right. I don't know. If you look here, where are you from? From Soviet. From Soviet, so Western, Soviet, Western, Soviet, Western. Yeah, it's pretty mixed. Soviet, Western, Soviet, Western, Soviet. It's pretty mixed. Soviet. Yes, so that's not it. No, but if we were to move this slightly, this heat exchanger here, if it is permissible to have a slightly longer pipe, there is. We'll see. Isn't this this is the traffic I'm talking? It's not great. How long can you make a heat pipe? I'm not sure, but heat pipe big. Sure, a big heat pipe. Take one. I know the runway is 1.2 something kilometers here. 1 kilometer would appear. No, yes, 1 kilometer is the maximum length. Okay, I think that we should take the tape measure out from the heating plant. It goes a bit like so. And then it goes to there, and that's okay. 940. It's about maximum. that is at. We have 60 meters about to go. Yes, is it worth it? That would be how far exactly? Clear from here. It's about there. Okay. So if we could get it here, which we probably can't. And if we do, it still does not quite cover that hotel. You see. But this is too far away. I'm pretty sure. Cancel heating pipe, take us underground a little bit. Don't worry, it's coming back in some shape or form. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Okay. Heating pipe big, underground. It's not quite hooking on here. No. How do I have to relay the whole goddamn thing? It's well, we have the steel, but it's June. It should be fine. Should have time to dig down a pipe during a whole summer here. Yes, but now you ended up with this again. You can't hook up. How are you supposed to do this? Huh? You can't. Yeah, sure, but that's not connected to that. No. I don't think. No, not quite connected. What the hell, how are you supposed to do? Heating pipe big, underground heating pipe big. Oh. I will have to get rid of the whole thing then. Right, here it goes overground and then... Yeah, here I previously had a connection. What is the matter here? Something's wrong. The game is broken. Hello? Or yeah, heating pipe. This is a heat pipe. God damn it. Fine. We remove the whole thing. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Yes, it's more underground heat pipe, but can't you like go in levels or something? No, you can't go in levels. Okay, but I managed to do this before by going, regular out a little bit. There, and then I want to go underground. That's not how you do it. Yes, it is. There it is. Okay. Very good. To there. Some other infrastructure is in the way. You don't like going underneath the road. I don't mind that, but you don't like it going underneath the railroad. That's what it's about. Okay. This might prove completely useless and futile. You know. Yeah, some other infrastructure is in the way. We have to take this back a little bit. And turn this off and see how it looks completely ridiculous. Okay. It's just what I was going for. Back into the ground and underground. There's going to be more other infrastructures in the way here as in the old heat exchanger. No. It made it. Okay, well that's great. That's only 2,000 workdays. You better get going on this. Now. Preferably. Too steep of an... No, it's not. Construction office assigned to all of them. And this one too. All of them, please. No construction office have path. Okay, and we need to pay for this bit. Because they will not never ever have a path. Do it. That one is good. And oh, they don't have a path to that neither. This one is real cheap, I would suppose. 5.5 million. Yeah, it is not that bad. We have a bit. This, I'm not sure that this is safe or very good. Ah, no, this feels familiar. It's because I've done it before. The exact same thing. More or less, yes. Overlaps. Yeah, it overlaps, but it's supposed to hook up. Right, we are no longer grounded to the high volt. It's not very high voltage. It's about 200 volts when the wind's blowing decently. So it's not going to jump very much. Is that actually connected to that? No, it's not. Does it even grab on here? This seems a bit random. No. No, it's not doing it again. How the hell was it that you... How are you supposed to do this? Not like this, anyway. Oh, this is just silly. This not doing so good here. But so some sort of amateur here with the Soviet Republic. I don't think so. But that looks. I think that's pretty much as hooked up as it's going. No, it's not. It just isn't. So it doesn't matter here how much you try this, because this is not how it works. Oh. As we discovered before, what you have to do is you have to remove the whole goddamn thing. Maybe. Yes, you can do it that way. Now we're in planning mode here. Take it to about there, maybe. There we go. Try and go overground here. You see, now this is too long. Too long. Ah, damn it. It was not too long before. Now it is too long, you say. Was it that close? That probably was that close then. Exactly by how much is this too long, if I may inquire? Because I'm sure we could make this yes, tighter. We had it previously. Okay, fine. Screw this a bit here. Yes, and then take us underground. And yeah, now we're going to mess up here, mess this up a bit for them. Take these away slightly for a while. There we go. Get those. Not that one. Crap. To there. Now is it still too long? Yes, it is still too long. Yeah, for fun. How come not too long before and now it is too long? I did not put in that much extra here, I don't think. Oh, you know, another way we could do it is by temporarily removing a bit of rail. A railroad that has not been in use for a very long time in either case. That's also a way to do it. Too long. You can have a heat pumping station if you need longer pipe. Yeah, but the heat pumping station is rubbish. You see, it loses like an enormous amount of heat. Nothing. Fine. Heat pumping station then. Some other infrastructure is in the way. No other infrastructure is in the way. That looks like it's next to rather than actually. There we go. And that one disappeared. Some other infrastructure is not in the way. Too sharp a turn. It's not too sharp a turn. What the... Yeah, and also go from what's going on here? Okay, we're all the way over here. I see. There we go. Now you're connected. Start. And this, I would presume, yeah, nothing can get to this. All these things they can get to, and this one they have already started on. Now, then, since we have that thing down there, the pumping station, which is going to eat up a whole lot of heat along the way, I think we better place this like sort of more centrally here. If it would be possible and permissible, and so on. Which it would. And if you then wouldn't mind doing an underground heat pipe from here. Or actually not, actually screw this one. Yes, and probably have to remove a little bit of the pipe too. Get something that we can hook onto here. Ta-da! That might do. Oops, I bought it. Whatever. It was this thing that I meant to buy, since this is not assignable to construction office. Yeah, we did it wrong. But other than that, I think this should be fine if we have a look with this. Construction office assignment tool. No construction office and path, no, but that's because they will when this is finished. And these they have already gotten to work on. A little ways at that. Optimizations here. Maybe. This may be okay, yes, we now provide heat to all here. It may also be very much worse. But I wonder, I haven't restored the railroad. I'll get to it eventually. But if we take two pipes into the pumping heat pumps for heat elongation machine, what happens then? Wouldn't that be more building in the way? I want you to snap to the other pipe here. You don't want to. The building in the way is the one that you're supposed to run parallel to. Yeah, some other infrastructure is in the way. Would it be railroad? How about that then? I think that ought to do it, and this is assignable to construction offices. Very good. These two? Not yet. But that, yeah, okay. And very good. They will take care of this, and they will have maybe now plenty of heat in the wintertime. I don't know. There's a helicopter out and about here somewhere. It sounds like a big one. Is there a fire? Traffic jam. Always. Restore railroad. I think we should not leave it in a state like this. Also, there is a great energy supply for the railroad down here. There's a wind farm up on this mountain. So this should definitely be hooked up. I think it might go quicker if you know it doesn't. You may say many things about the Soviet Republic of N.E.W. Oh, we have the nicest cars driving around to drive around. Only Mercedeses, and in this town only S600s. God damn it! The proper S600 that is, of course. There is only one S600. No, there are plenty more, but this is the proper one. It's actually not too bad looking here with all these Mercedes going on our Soviet motorway up the mountain here. They like to travel in groups, it would seem. You're about to hit the wall. Maybe. Oh, the road is. I see. If you're clever, you use both lanes as sort of the point of the motorway, of a motorway. Yeah, undertaking is illegal, but not if traffic circumstances are such that it's obviously safe and people in the left lane are obviously stupid. And so on. No room for interpretation here whatsoever. It's quite clear. So far I've only taken one car away from a citizen, I think. Yeah, they have learned to park. There are not that many wonky cars sitting about the parking lots any longer. You see, they are all very nicely straight parked here. So I have not had the reason for that reason, but there was that one person who went to the pub here and had, what was it, 7 liters, 6 liters. There was a goddamn large amount of alcohol, and she or he had basically never had a drink in their entire life before, and then decided to take the car home. So then the next morning they did not own a car. No, that's how it can go in the Soviet Republic. We don't have any other. No one really comes here, it would seem. It's for the tourists. And I mean, you can sit down, you can have one beer, yes, but you can't have 7, and then your Mercedes is not that great. But it is that great, it will probably kill you and or a few other people along the don't stop it here, people. We need better. This is actually, the traffic is actually moving at this point, which is not bad. And here comes a digger to dig on a pipe, maybe. It's a good thing that we have very sturdy cars. I think that has to hurt a bit. Aye. You go on that side and you're a bit better off. That's not no good. We can't do anything about it, unfortunately. That's just how it is. Here you're taxing. This uses such a ridiculous amount of fuel, this TU-144. It was probably full when it left for the Soviet Union, for the Soviet countries. Oh, another plane is finished. 737s is what we're building. What is that? Is that right? they did look a bit small, I have to say. Those are the ones that we're supposed to be building. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, I suppose, but this one is more. I will send this to the Soviets here. But they get a real quick transit, I would think, from the aeroplane to. They must think fantastic. What a place we have come to. First, we come in on this ancient Tu-144, which was a fantastic, loud experience. And then they get us on an incredibly old helicopter too. And then take us up here on the thing to go to. Yeah, stay at the hotel. Yeah, walking to the city hotel too. It's just this one from Soviet countries. Christoph's thing here was 25% before he checked into the hotel, we could see. But when he checked into the hotel, it got invisible. We need to install spy equipment in the hotel rooms then to find out how loyal they are. I'm not really that interested when it all comes down to it. Your first visit is to the restaurant. I seem to have closed the window of the person, but the camera is still following him, and now he looks different. This is what you do on your Soviet vacation here. You go and have a walk, do not get hit by a Mercedes, and first you go to the restaurant, and you go to whatever this place is, Sight Tower, go and have I get an amazing view here. Something Soviet Republic. Yeah, are you done? I'm done. All stations are full. Yeah, you have to wait. You know, we do have a second runway. You know, it is there, the other plane. So I think you're clear to land. Oh. This one gets to leave first, you see. This doesn't make any goddamn sense. And meanwhile, we have the... Where did the other plane go? Oh. It went away. Or it went in for landing somewhere. These are the ones that we were supposed to be building, not these. Republic of N.E.W. Okay. I wonder when the Dutch are coming to pick up their plane here. We have had it waiting for them for a while now. Yeah, it's very noisy around here. It's the helicopters going back and forth. We could have buses instead now that the traffic is sort of reasonable. Oh, it's the heating plant stopped production. Would you know it? It's on the 23rd of July. Yeah, but they have bitumen now, so they don't die in winter, which is all very good. So you think it's finished now then? Or what else is going to go wrong? This time it was two things. Yeah, bitumen train, or the train lacked bitumen rather. Took a long time for that to show itself, but it did eventually. Fuel, I think that we're keeping up with the fuel pretty good. Also, we're extracting oil down here too. We're extracting oil in so many places nowadays. Look here. Here, for example. There's a new place. Relatively new place. For oil extraction. But still, there are plenty more patches to here. Here we haven't done anything. Yes, but we have enough now. It's overflowing here. It's full. 13,500 tons of petroleum and as much of fuel, not as much of bitumen. We sell bitumen. It's good to be getting rid of that stuff. We don't need a whole lot since we have most of the roads that we need. We could be building a road between the towns if we wanted to. Yes. To build a road between the towns. When here it's not actually that far away. But I mean, these have always been islands. Are you going to ruin that by building? I'm not sure about this. And then I might as well build a road to the border, and then it's all over. Too steep of a descent. We were so close. It's not meant to be. It is pretty damn steep, what we're asking here. But I think that we're about to make it down the hill. We have made it down straight into the runways. Oh. There we have it. first town and aluminium town will now be connected. Third town will, however, most likely remain an island, since it is quite a ways away. Is it that far away? If it took yes, it is quite a bit. We had to. Why did you do this? What was the point? I don't know. We could have something going, but I don't think that I have a whole lot more to say on the subject of Soviet republics. No, I don't. That will be that. You see, the forest has regrown. I will need to replant it if I want to keep the aluminium industry going. If I really, the absolutely most easiest way to safeguard against this people leaving from lack of clothing due to no chemicals here would be to sort of set this to auto purchase, just a tiny amount of that's sort of cheating almost to auto purchase here. But if you were to do that, say, but then when it gets to 3 tons, it just will start importing. Yes. I don't like it that the resources show up automatically here. Then we have to bring them in if we want that as a backup. Because without that, I can predict how this is going to fail. Now, it will take about 20 years or so, maybe not that long. It will take a while, and then the forests will be empty, and the clothes will run out eventually, and then people will leave. So that's quite pretty damn inevitable, I would think. We'll see if we can find what would be a good spot to spend the next 20 or so years here. I mean, this road is not going to be it, because it will only be interesting for a few months. There comes an airplane. Now you could look at the cooling tower. Or the smokestacks of the aluminium industry. Now we could look at the aluminium industry as a whole. Right about there. That's a bit of stuff going on. Bauxite coming in here on the train. It's power pylons in the way, though. Doesn't. I think that there's a better view for 20 years than this. And from this here, it's maybe not so bad. And we can see the smokestacks. I want the smokestacks, but I also want a bit of train traffic going on. What if we have the smokestacks in the absolute foreground here? And then we can see train traffic going back and, Yes, I think that would be that. Save here. Save as, create new. Yeah. The next one, if there is a next one, I don't know. Don't feel like there's a whole lot more to tell about the Soviet Republic of N.E.W. It's been rather thin all the way. Of course, obviously. But as of late, it's been even more thin, even though we have condensed time down very much. Here comes the train. It stopped. It will have to wait. Another train is moving out over there. Yeah, that will do. Thank you so very much for watching the Soviet Republic of N.E.W. If I can keep away, maybe it will roll forwards hundreds of years with this same view. Won't be able to keep away, and I won't be able to not touch it. But I'll try and keep my hands off it as long as I can and see what happens. The wind died down so much that all trains stopped and picked up again, which is a good thing because it looks pretty heavy. This that is coming or going, whatever it's doing. And it looks like it's quite a bit of uphill, and it also is quite a long train. Yes, so thank you so much for watching. Cheers.